Welcome back. Now, if there's one man who knows all about timing, it's Sir Richard Branson. So when the airline boss flew into town on the same day one of his Virgin jets did an emergency landing, he wasn't too bothered about it. He's here to launch two businesses, international flights to the US and a chain of health clubs. He's a man who never stops moving, selling or thinking about what's next.
He's the Mad Hatter with the Midas touch. We've seen him in board shorts flanked by bikinis, being James Bond. Today, a more modest means of transport, a Melbourne tram. In Branson style, he soon found his tram legs and a way to show off. Since he was 16, he's rolled the dice in business and mostly come out on top.
As a long-haired school dropout, he started his business empire from a pub payphone.
In fact, when you think Sir Richard Branson, big bucks and even a bigger smile often come to mind.
How many businesses do you actually own now? I mean, have you run out of fingers and toes counting them all?
Well, I mean, I've created, I suppose, something like 350 different businesses around the world. I don't really see them as businesses. I just love creating things that we can be proud of. And you know, if we're proud of them, then it's quite likely the staff who work for them will be proud of working for them.
He's worth close to $6.7 billion. Not bad for a boy who didn't finish school.
I left school at 15. I hasten to say I don't recommend that to all children because I'll get into trouble by your parents. And I started a national magazine for young people, and I managed to sell enough.
Does it say something then that you've either got it or you haven't? It doesn't. You can't learn everything out of books.
I think I think if you're fortunate and if you do leave school early, you can learn a lot just from getting out there and in the jungle.
He seems to have a crystal ball when it comes to business. Airlines perfectly timed when Ansett collapsed. Records, credit cards and a string of crazy stunts.
It's going at tremendous speed. We're going about 100 knots.
His latest prediction to pull in the bucks, a gym concept, one that's set to see the red tape industry break out in a sweat.
Come on, man. No, you're on your own there.
When it comes to gyms, Virgin Active is the health-conscious hamburger with the lot. It showcases rock climbing, relaxation and exercise machines that keep pace with Hollywood's latest. But its lure is more about your pocket than paunch. No ongoing contracts, no exit fees. So if he's the genie in the bottle, what's next?
If I had $1 squillion and I came up to you and said, where should I invest it? What should I do? What's your next wild card?
If I was you, I would invest in clean energy because the world is spiralling out of control. If we don't move quickly, this invisible enemy of carbon will actually, will actually create absolute havoc all over the world. So by getting rid of our dirty energy and replacing it with clean energy, that's the future.
We've seen his head rocket beyond the clouds.
During the 2 to 3 hour trip, the budding astronauts will feel weightless for 5 minutes.
But his feet are on the ground when it comes to climate change.
He's offering a $32 million global prize to reduce greenhouse gases.
The more people can invest in alternative fuels, alternative energy, that's something which is needed in the world, and I think people could make good money at the same time.
And just like his life motto, if he can, he will.
Well, I mean, I've got different mottos. I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Screw it, let's do it.
And Sir Richard will be launching V Australia on Thursday night. It'll also be a fundraiser for the Victorian Bushfire Appeal and Queensland's Disaster Relief Appeal. That was Claire Brady with that story. She's been just as busy as Sir Richard. We'll be back in just a moment.